Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope that you're watching these and that you are getting something out of them. What I'm doing is kind of showing you what I think is important. Well, I guess all of it is, but still some of my ideas and insights into this because I was hoping that they would be useful for you. So the first one that you're going to do is you're going to mark this done on the writing and research. And there's some really good things that I wanted to go over here, especially I want to go these owls, the things from owl are very, very good. And so I wanted to go over something that I really emphasize all the time, every time that I teach. And that's the idea that writing takes time. I know that many of you, and me too, tend to procrastinate and try to do something all at the last minute. Writing doesn't work that way. Let's just read this through. Find out when the assignment is due and devise a plan of action. It may seem obvious and irrelevant to the writing process, but it's not. Writing is a process, not merely a product. Even the professional writers, the best professional writers, don't just sit down at a computer, write, and call it a day. I know you see that sometimes, that people do that, like in the movies or stuff, but they don't. The quality of your writing, look at this. The quality of your writing will reflect the time and forethought that you put into the assignment. Plan ahead for the assignment by doing pre-writing. This will allow you to be more productive and organized when you sit down to write. And this is very, very important, brothers and sisters. Schedule several blocks of time to devote to your writing. Then you can walk away from it for a while and come back to it later to make changes and revisions with a fresh mind. I do a little bit of writing every week because I told you I've got lots of kids and grandkids. I send out this thing that's called the Elsmore Clan Update just about every week. And so they send me pictures and stories, and I put it all together and put it in an email and send it out to everyone. It's on a slow week, it's about 12 pages, but with all the pictures and everything. But I can't do it all in one day. I do it in about 3 days, or at least three blocks of time, so that I can go back and reread it and make it be the best that it can be. And that's just for something that doesn't get a grade. So let me emphasize, please, please, please schedule several blocks of times to devote to your writing. Don't try to do it at the last minute. It will not have a good grade. Really, really want to emphasize that. So you can look at all of these different ones. The best place, the very, 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 very best place to get any kind of data, any kind of articles and things is the library database. So, okay, so anyway, read over these. They're all very, very good. Let's go to the next one, and I'll tell you what kind of thoughts I have with that. Okay, let's go back to the email that I sent you about the possible topics for the argument synthesis essay and go over that. Now remember, it's the biggest part of the course, and you're going to get most of your grade will be on this assignment. Now, it's time to think about which topic you may want to choose and keep it for all three essays. Keep in mind that you will now look at this. Keep in mind you will have to represent all sides neutrally and equally in part 2. So picking something you feel passionately about might be a challenge here. For example, I have a granddaughter who homeschools her kids. She feels very passionate about homeschooling, that it's the very, very best. That would not be a good topic for her to pick. But if somebody were looking and saying, I wonder if I should homeschool my kids, that would be a good topic. So now, these ones that will not be approved, it's because some of them really don't have two sides. Child abuse, nobody can say it's good, etc. The different things. Or it's just been done so much that it's really hard to do it without cliches. So that's why I put those things on it. If you feel very, very strongly about something, argue with me. We'll see if I change my mind. Now here's some things that are possible topics that you might want to do, and I got most of these from opposing viewpoints. So you should be able to find stuff there. Mita's reports on violence perpetuate violence. There's both sides of that one. Do the benefits of exploring the oceans outweigh the negative effects? Lots of two sides about that. Should addiction or chemical dependency of any kind be considered a crime or a disease? That's a big thing. Do alternate forms of medicine work better than traditional forms? Yeah, we've got somebody who in our class who is a doctor, and that's is Stephanie. You might want to go over that. I don't know. You'd probably feel so strongly about it that you might not want to, but yeah. Anyway, you can look at these different ones. Should parents be physically responsible for their children's criminal behavior? So if your child breaks something or steals something, should the parents be responsible for it? There's both sides of that. All right, so all of these different ones. Look at them and see. Daniel, maybe you would like the one about the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, being from your Alaska, since you're in Alaska. I don't know. And now a lot of these things are U.S. government. If you want to propose a similar topic related to your country, feel free to let me know about it, as long as you can find enough sources. That's one of the problems that you might have, is finding sources, good sources for it. And then, like I say, go to the library databases, like Opposing Viewpoints. Okay, log in, make sure you're logged into your BYU account, and click on Browse Topics, and you can find lots of different things. And then post any questions you have as a reply to this announcement. That way everybody can see it, because they might have a question too. Or you can email me, whichever way works best for you. Let's go back to the other things that you're going to need to be going over this week. Most of them are just kind of steps that go over with this. So we've done this one. Now your topic approval. Let's look at that. It's due on September 28th, guys. That is going to be soon. So you're going to have to be thinking about it really soon. Okay, so you're going to submit your topic for approval. Now this is a tentative topic. If you want to change your mind, broaden it, narrow it, then that will be just fine. Okay, you're going to look at the various resources available under featured viewpoints or viewpoints. That's really, really good to be able to do that. Let me see if I can get into this easily. I think I can. You go to the BYU Idaho. BYU. Oh, let's see, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. I wanted to show you the database. So let's see if I can find it. The K Library. Okay, you're going to go on there. Okay, and you're going to see you'll have it here. And then we'll look at articles. Somebody had a question about peer-reviewed articles. Peer-reviewed articles are more scholarly than the other ones are. So going to library databases, and you would go to either CQ Researcher, that's a good one, or Opposing Viewpoints. That's a good one. Either one of those are fine. I haven't ever tried the pro versus con series thing, but you can go to the Opposing Viewpoints, and it will. Oh, okay. Looks like I've got it. Well, when you go to Opposing Viewpoints, you're going to go ahead and log in, and then there's like 417 different topics that you can go to. So you can do a lot of them. Lots of things that you can choose. So that's kind of my thought for that. Let's go ahead and go with the other ones. There's a reading response. It's going to be a really funny, real fun one. I have used this article many times. Is Google making us stupid? He makes a pretty good argument. So you're going to read it and do the annotating. Now make sure, people, that you highlight it, put circles around it, put text box around it. And make sure you make comments about it, and then I will give you comments back, okay? But this is a fun one. He proposes that Google makes us stupid. So that's one view on technology. Why would it not be good to have technology? That's his idea. And then so you're going to find another article using online databases, using the library, that offers a counter argument to Carr's opinion. So you're going to find one that shows technology is great. Okay, and then you're going to write and submit a 250-word response to the two articles. Don't summarize them. You're going to take a stand or making a meaningful observation about the topic. Okay, and then make sure, I noticed in your reader responses last time, people, you did not set them up in MLA format, many of you. Some did, but many of you did not. And I made a comment and I didn't take off for it that time. I will from now on. So make sure you do it. This is what it should look like. Oh, see, it gives you an idea of exactly how you set up MLA format. You can just go to Purdue and see it. Or look at my handout, whichever way works best for you. Okay. All right. And then you're going to submit them and make sure you've got a works cited page, okay, that you're going to be talking about. One of them will be this, and then the other one will be the article you do. Oh, I did want to show you something. Okay, well, I wanted to show you something in the library. There's a thing that you can do that will say on opposing viewpoints, that I think it's up here in this corner, that will say cite this source, and it will give you all the information that you need to cite the source. Then you've got the lens discussion, and this one's really cool. I really enjoyed watching this. So you're going to be doing a discussion question with your group. And I put you guys, we've got 12 people in our class, and so I was going to put you into 3 groups, but it might be better, I think that it was suggested that it might be better to put you in 2, so that there's 6 in each group. So you're going to look at the different lenses, and then after you do that, you're going to talk about your lens and have other people talk about theirs. So it should help you get ideas for how to narrow your topic for the research paper. And look at this. Even though, it's not letting me highlight, you've already submitted your topic for approval, you can still adjust it. That is very important, okay? Just be sure your instructor knows if you decide to make major changes. So if you need to, I will do that. You can do that. Okay. All right. And then there's a quiz on awkward sentences. The video is very good. I don't think I could do anything better than that. It's really good. Okay, and then there's the Ask a Librarian that you can do, so you'd know how to do that. So, all right. So that kind of is telling you what it is that you're going to be doing this week. We'll talk about this in week 4. So let me go back to week 3. There is one place I wanted to bring out that I think it is this one, the topic approval, that it gives you exactly the format of exactly what the thing is you're going to turn in. Okay. This one. When you're all done, your submission should look like this. Make sure it does, brothers and sisters. You're going to have articles I found, and you're going to talk about those. And then you're going to put a list of questions. Those are the different lenses that you're going to be doing with it. And then a statement of the topic. So that is very important that you'd have it look like that. I would suggest here you double space. Just because you might as well get used to it. All right. So if you have any questions, I love it whenever there's things in my inbox for me to talk about. Many of you, I wrote some extensive grammar ideas and thoughts for you. If you don't like that, make sure you tell me that's overwhelming you and you'd rather not do it. So this is it. Good luck to you. I am looking forward to seeing what you guys choose. Make sure you send me an email if you have any questions or problems, and have a good weekend. I'm sure I'll be writing something again very soon because I just kind of do that. Okay. Trying to get out of here. Okay.